You can't see it, touch it, or smell it, but it's one of the most powerful sources of frequency and vibration. I'm talking about sound. Since ancient times, sound has been connected to rituals of all sorts. Tibetan singing bowls are used for meditation and healing. Gregorian chants are used for deep contemplation. The benefits of sound therapy are now being explored and confirmed by science. If that sounds strange, we already use ultrasounds in medical procedures and sound waves to map ocean floors. But do you think sound could have the power to summon angels? Well, let me introduce you to my friend Peter Sterling. I met up with him in Sedona, and he told me how the angels taught him to play the harp.
Come on into my sanctuary.
Yes.
Sedona sanctuary.
So what got you into the harp, and how did you learn to play it?
As I was sitting out in the stillness of the canyons, and my mind became very still, I felt like my hearing, my sensitivity of hearing opened up. And all of a sudden, I was taken out of my body on the sound, and my inner vision opened up, and lo and behold, to my astonishment, I was seeing all the golden light. So I was just being bathed in this golden celestial light with this high-pitched ringing. And then my crown chakra opened up, and I was taken up into the golden light. And then as my inner vision opened up, I was able to perceive that I was surrounded by a group of angels that were with me.
What did they look like to you?
Well, the ones that I saw initially were the cherubs, the little chubby baby types that we see painted on the Sistine Chapel in the Renaissance art. So I saw them and I was just like, oh my God. Like at first I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but they were just right in front of me. And I could see them just like I'm looking at you.
Wow.
And I could see eyes and a mouth and a face.
I could understand Peter's surprise. I mean, come on, actually seeing angels? How wild is that? Peter said he was able to hear and communicate with these beings who set his life on a totally new course.
Eventually they revealed to me that my mission was to play the harp and to be a channel for what I call the heavenly harmonics. And to bring this special music to earth at this time of the dawning of the golden age. And when they first revealed this to me, I was like, what? You know, like, do you have the wrong person? And I thought I was maybe losing my mind, like maybe I was fantasizing it and I was making the whole thing up. But within a week, I met somebody here in Sedona who had a small Celtic harp for sale, which I ended up purchasing. And then I would take this harp out into the canyons with me and just start to strum the strings. And when I would do that, all sorts of magical things began to happen for me. But initially, like, there was an energy that came through very strongly, and my hands began to move on the strings by themselves. So what I learned later on, that there was one angel in particular that became kind of like my teacher. And this angel would overshadow me, kind of like float behind me and send energetic impulses down in through my body, through my nervous system, and my hands would just move by themselves. So I would continually hear trust, surrender, and let go. And they would start just playing by themselves, and I would just be watching what was happening. But it was so intense, so high frequency when this would happen, that I would just start sweating profusely, like Niagara Falls, and tears would just start streaming from my eyes, and my hands would be trembling like this. It was very high frequency. So I actually had to do a lot of preparation to prepare my nervous system for connecting with this high frequency energy from these angelic beings.
Well, I would love for you to show me how to play something on the harp.
Oh, I would love to do that with
I think you have two, right?
I have two.
Yeah.
Well, I can have one. I can play one for you, so you can hear a little bit.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, show me how to do something.
Okay.
What's the basics?
Goes on your right shoulder.
Okay.
Just do it with one finger on each hand. So, you know what you can do is
What?
close your eyes.
Okay.
Just look up here into the golden light.
Okay.
And just open your heart. And just listen to the pretty sounds. Look up into the golden light.
I love the sound of the harp and did feel very relaxed strumming it. I felt the vibration and the frequency of the strings, and that was powerful. There's definitely something magical and mysterious about the energy of Sedona. I felt completely connected to something bigger than myself while sitting on the cliff overlooking the majestic red rocks. Peter held the harp over me and let the wind vibrate through the strings, creating this energetic reverberation. I didn't see angels, but I did feel sheer bliss, and that must be what it feels like to be angelic. While I was enjoying Enchanted Sedona, I decided to continue on my frequency and vibration tour to visit an amazing healer named Aarius Miraculi. Aarius has been working with sound healing for many years using the ancient instrument called a didgeridoo and his voice using vocal harmonics. I was thrilled to meet up with him in what he calls his Ascension Temple. What tools do you have in your life now? Is it your gemstones? Is it your prayer, your music, all that keeps you grounded?
Well, meditation, but sound frequency probably primarily, vocal harmonics, you know, with my voice, the didgeridoo, you know, vocal harmonics, like
I could feel the vibration, and it did just shift the energy.
Yeah.
And it's very little.
Well, you heard highs and lows
Yes.
with one voice.
Yes. He told me it was the realm of the spirit and the realm of the body together as one frequency. He calls these frequencies the carrier waves of consciousness. So if someone wants to get more spiritual, or if someone out there is going down the wrong path, or they're depressed and are lost, they don't know which road to take, what advice would you have to help them?
Love yourself. You know, the only prerequisite that we need for loving ourselves is that we live, move, and have our being. So, you know, I always encourage people to look at the way that the Creator loves you and validates you. And that is with an infinite love and validation by virtue of one fact, and that is that you are. Has nothing to do with what you're doing, achieving, or creating, but your being. So all of us, in truth, are already infinitely wonderful by virtue of our being. And when you bear witness to that, there's an up-leveling of self-esteem. The feelings is experiential. And in our society, intellect is king and queen. You got to learn how to feel with your mind and think with your heart.
He told me how he uses the heart-mind connection to deal with disappointment and resentment.
Forgiveness is the salary that we pay those who hurt us for being the catalyst for our learning. Because if I didn't have the need, they couldn't do the dirty deed. So over and above them hurting me, they're really in truth working for me. So it is wise not to despise it. Gonna use that dung to fertilize it, for life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure. So it's fertilizer. So we look at the wisdom of the soil. Now, what is the fertilizer? It's glorified shit doodle.
Can you say that again? I want to just like, and
it is
be
wise.
Aarius for a few minutes.
It is wise.
It is wise.
Not to despise it.
Not to despise it.
Use that dung to fertilize it.
Use that dung
For
to
life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure.
Wow.
See? I say the heathen spoil the seed and cause my little heart to bleed. Yet if I had not the need, they couldn't do these awful deeds. If in fact I need the lesson, the pain they cause becomes my blessing. The real truth is they work for me. So what shall be their salary? To ensure that it serves me best, I'll pay them the wages of forgiveness.
Then I told him I'd been having lower back pain. He said he would use his didgeridoo to do some healing on it, but first I had to get connected with my own body.
Offer appreciation, say, sweet back, I appreciate you for all of the ways in which you've served me, all of the ways in which you have kept me upright and enabled me to move forward.
While Aarius played his didgeridoo, it was like having an out-of-body sound bath experience at the same time. After that, he put me on a massage table for more of his magic. I could feel the convergence of low and high frequencies resonating through my body as he immersed me in his vocal harmonics.
Love this body for its service unto you. Ho Ashe Amen Namaste Hotep in La Keshalak in Shalom Satnam Hariom Rastafari. Your sacred juices are cooked and infinitely expanding Juicetafari, Blistafari. You're gonna always have many miles on your smile, a wiggle in your giggle, tingling in your boots and laughter ever after, putting your strut, wings on your butt, always rising up. Up at the top, there's room for all. It's just the bottom that's crowded, y'all, and so it is, and so it shall eternally be. I love who you are, and I thank you for coming back home to your wholeness.
Peter Sterling uses the harp. Aarius uses the didgeridoo and his voice, and both use sound to heal with frequency and vibration. If you can make it to Sedona and experience these other alternative modalities, I expect that you will enjoy it, and maybe you too will experience the nurturing energy of the red rocks. Sedona isn't just beautiful, it's also one of the most magical spots on the planet. John reminded me how important it is to be aware of your vibration. Peter reminded me that you can tap into a higher consciousness by getting still. And Aarius reminded me we need to love and accept ourselves, not because of what we are doing, but just by the fact that we are being. But I have to tell you, his brilliant poetry is still stuck in my mind. If in fact I need the lesson, the pain they cause becomes my blessing. The real truth is they work for me. So what shall be their salary? To ensure that it serves me best, I'll pay them the wages of forgiveness. Beautiful and well said, Aarius. Namaste, my friend.